Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tear down how a micro brand can be valued at over $1 million by doing almost nothing new. It's a strategy the owner calls a lazy push.
So check this out. It all kicks off with this simple text. And the question, it's a good one. How much is my empire worth if I just coast? No new stuff, just a lazy push on everything I've already made. It's a fascinating starting point, right?
So you're probably asking, what in the world is a lazy push? Well, it's actually a pretty powerful idea. Think about it. You stop the endless grind of creating new things. Instead, you just focus all your energy on making money from what you already have, your back catalog, your old content, all the systems you've already put in place. It's all about cashing in on your past work.
Okay, so how does this whole lazy income thing actually work? To get to the real value of the brand, we've got to break down where the cash is coming from. Let's dig into the three main ways this empire makes money.
First up, we've got music. And this isn't your grandpa's music revenue, just selling CDs. No. This is a totally modern setup. We're talking Spotify, YouTube, and the big one, people using your sounds on TikTok.
And here's the really clever part about this projection. It's not banking on some huge new hit song. Not at all. It's all based on moderate consistency. Just posting some old stuff on social media here and there. And it's counting on the fact that the existing content, like this deeply personal 40-track album, already has that viral potential built right in. It's just waiting to be rediscovered. So, with that potential, even doing the bare minimum, we're looking at a pretty conservative estimate of around $25,000 a year. And that's just from music that's already out there. Wild.
All right, next up is clothing. And let me tell you, this is the brand's strongest category. This is where those pre-built assets really start to print money.
I mean, just look at how deep this catalog goes. This isn't just a couple of graphic tees. We're talking 50 different items, a lingerie line, special holiday drops, even shirts with Braille on them. But here's the absolute genius move. It's all done through Printify. That means zero inventory, no boxes piled up in a garage, no upfront costs, pure profit.
And get this, even with what they call lazy sales numbers, right? We're talking just 15 to 25 sales a week. That still brings in a median yearly profit of $45,000 from clothing alone. That's pretty incredible.
And finally, we have the affiliate program. Honestly, this might be the poster child for lazy income. It's just this constant trickle of back-end revenue that needs almost no active management. And you know what's so great about this setup? You don't need this giant army of affiliates. A small, dedicated group, maybe 20 to 50 people, each one selling just a couple of things a week, and boom, you've got a super steady, reliable stream of cash coming in.
So this super simple, low-effort system, it tacks on another $10,000 in median profit every year. Not bad at all.
All right, we've looked at the individual pieces. Now it's time for the big reveal. Let's add it all up and figure out what this whole lazy empire is actually worth.
Now the math here is, well, it's pretty amazing. Because the brand owns everything outright and uses that print-on-demand model, the profit margins are just insane. We're talking 80 to 95%. That means almost every single dollar that comes in is pure profit.
So let's look at year one. With the absolute bare minimum effort, just posting the old stuff, the projected net profit, after taxes and all that, is up to $150,000.
Okay, but what if we keep this lazy push going for a second year? Well, then the total lazy income for those 2 years could climb as high as $410,000.
And this is where you see the real power of having a huge back catalog and a great story. When you look at these numbers, a brand like this can get a market valuation of anywhere from $700,000 all the way up to an incredible $1.2 million. Okay, so the brand is clearly valuable, but that big number leads us to the next obvious question, right? But this time, let's look at it through the eyes of an investor.
So, would it actually be a smart move to invest in this thing? And maybe more importantly, what are the chances you'd get your money back and then make a nice profit on top?
Well, the analyst's answer wasn't just yes. It was a resounding, bro, yes. They basically said this is one of the smartest micro-brand investments anyone could possibly make right now.
So, why so much confidence? Let's break down exactly what makes this brand such a safe bet from an investor's perspective. It really comes down to three main things.
And this first reason is probably the biggest one. An investor here isn't buying an idea on a napkin. They're buying a fully functioning operating system. The products, the catalog, the fans, the story, it's all there, working. The risk of building something from scratch? It's basically zero.
Next up is the brand's built-in safety net, diversification. It's not just relying on one thing. It has eight different ways it makes money. So if music sales are slow one month, no big deal. The clothing or the books can pick up the slack. It's a huge cushion.
And last but not least, the reach. This brand doesn't just talk to one tiny group of people. It connects with a whole bunch of different audiences. You've got urban streetwear fans, spiritual types, TikTok kids, rap fans, people who read books, the list goes on. When you're not dependent on one single audience, your revenue becomes so much safer and more predictable.
So, the final call? It's crystal clear. Investing in this empire is a really smart financial move with a super high chance of making a profit. You've got a safe structure, tons of different income streams, everything's already built, the overhead is tiny. I mean, it literally checks all the boxes for a great investment. You know, this whole breakdown really shows the incredible value that's just sitting there, hiding in stuff we've already made. It proves that lazy can actually be pretty brilliant. And it kind of leaves you with a question, doesn't it? What untapped value, what little empire